Hey, it's Teresa G coming in from her cluttered kitchen for a little, I don't know, test. I know you've seen me make pasta in the Instant Pot a billion times already, but I have only used my new Nova Plus one time. Last night I made some chili in it and it worked well, but I want to try out making pasta in it. And this recipe that's in the 4th edition of the Instant Pot cookbook that comes with the machine has an interesting recipe from hippressurecooking.com where you don't cook on the saute setting, you cook on the warm setting. You kind of infuse the oil with garlic and herbs and chili, and then you cancel it and you put it on low pressure and you cook it for half the time. So now normally I cook pasta at high pressure for like 3 minutes less than half what the box says. But I'm going to go with what this says and see what happens. So it's an experiment to see A, if the recipe works, and B, how this machine handles it. Okay? So here we go with spicy, although it's not going to be spicy. It's going to be more herbaceous. Spicy farfalle in the Nova Plus. So, I know we can't really see too well into the pot. We're having an issue. I'll move it forward when I get the stuff in here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, all right? It says to put it on warm setting. It's been on the warm setting now for 10 minutes. And it says to drizzle in 2 times around the pot some extra virgin olive oil. To add in a couple of smashed cloves of garlic. You're supposed to add in 2 red chili peppers. But we're now in the late fall, almost winter, in New Jersey, and there are no red chili peppers to be found anywhere. And it says to use fresh peppers. I don't have it. Or to use a teaspoon of pepper flakes. I can't find my red pepper flakes since we got the new pantry. I misplaced it. So I'm using this this seasoning blend. It's from a company called Awesome Specialties, I think it is. I get it at the Pocono Garlic Festival every year, a little tub of it. And it has chili pepper flake in it. So I'm going to sprinkle some of it in here. Alright, and that way I don't need oregano, which it also has in it, okay? And it says to infuse the oil with these ingredients in here until the garlic starts to sizzle. I don't know if it's going to start to sizzle, but we'll see. Okay? Allow it to sizzle. And then you pour in the pasta. Then you put in the pasta, the tomatoes, the water, the salt. Yeah, I guess if you're using pepper also. I'm also adding my own little ingredient here, a little bit of chicken bouillon, because lately I've been cooking pasta in chicken broth, and it's so good. So, I'm going to kind of mimic that, okay? And I am using farfalle. Everybody recognizes the blue box, okay? I'm using farfalle. And it is no, it's not a full pound. Because most companies these days are not a full pound. It says to use a full pound, but who can find a full pound? Unless you buy, like, there's some pastas that Big Lots and Job Lots sell from other European countries. They're 17.6 ounces, which is more than a pound. And it's about the same price, if not cheaper, than buying the big name pastas at the supermarket. So anyway, so alright, these are supposed to be sizzling. It's been on warm for 12 minutes. If it was going to sizzle, it would sizzle. I don't see it sizzling, but whatever. I'm going to let it infuse a minute or so. Okay, let's say it's been sizzling a while. Alright. I don't hear any sizzle. Alright. I'm going to add in the broth with the bouillon. I'm also going to cancel it, alright? I'm going to add in 2 cups of, it said to put in tomato puree. Alright, so in this jar was tomato. Actually, I just put 2 cups of tomato puree in it last night, interestingly. Okay, I'm going to put in a sprinkle of Himalayan salt. As you know, that's what I've been using lately, if you watch my videos. And a package of farfalle pasta. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to move this stuff around so you can see. Okay. Alright, there you go. There it is. Alright. Now it says to mix it, but every other recipe that I've ever known for pasta in the Instant Pot says not to mix. It says to tap it in until it gets under, until it's under the pasta as much as, I mean the pasta is under the water as much as possible. Okay? And then it says to lock it. Okay. Alright, put it on seal. Lock the lid and put it on pressure cook on low, so on less. Okay, so press it until it hits less. Okay, and now we'll wait. Alright, it's going to beep. It's going to stay on. It's going to sizzle in a few minutes. And then it will lock. It will pressurize. And, oh wait a second, I just thought of something. Cancel. I need to pressurize. I need to put it down. I got to move it down, okay? Got to go down. Alright, down. On the less button. Now she says 6 minutes on low. I usually do 3 minutes on high. And we'll see. Okay? We'll see what happens. Okay? Alright, we'll come back in 6 minutes. Actually, more like 6 minutes plus, 8 minutes to pressurize, something like that. So 8 and 6, 14 minutes. We'll come back in 14 minutes. And we'll open it up and we'll see what happened. So, it's now off. It's on the warm setting. So let's cancel it off. Let's, now it said to do a natural release, so we'll wait a couple minutes for it to natural release. And, but anyway, so I can talk. So it came up to pressure, it was like 4 or 5 minutes. It wasn't even 8 minutes. On the Duo, it used to be 8 minutes. And what I like about this one, I'm not sure if my other one does this too, or the others do it, I never noticed, is that it beeps when it comes to pressure. I know with the Duo, it used to be that that's, you know, when the steam coming out, it would do that for like a minute or so when it was nearly up to pressure, and then boom, it would stop. And it would, but I don't remember there ever being a beeping. And it beeped. So it beeped, and it let me know that it was 6 minutes. And then of course it did that incessant beeping afterwards. Beep, 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 beep. Oy, so annoying. I really do think that they need to do something about that. But otherwise, it barely made any of that usual noise with the steam and the pressure and whatever building. It was almost nil. And then it came to pressure. The pin popped right up. and it came up above. I don't know if you can see that. It's above. Alright. See, you can kind of see it's like sticking up. Okay, it's sticking up. See, on the Luxe you can't see it. On the Luxe it doesn't stick up. It just goes right level to the top. And on the Duo Plus it's red and it pops up. But this one's just like the Duo. It's a silver button, and it definitely pops up a little bit above the edge. Alright, well, you know what? It's been about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna, alright, as usual, move it as far to the side as possible. And then I'm gonna flick. I like to kind of do it in little intervals sometimes. Especially with pasta and other things that are starchy. I like to do it about 8 times, 9 times. And then I do it all the way. Alright. Let's see if I can get it to go all the way like this. Alright, there we go. Okay. Let's see what it looks like. Usually I wait a little bit longer. I usually do a 5 to 10 minute natural release. But I'm too excited to see what happened because I've never cooked it on low temp before. Low pressure before. So, I've never done it at low pressure before. Okay. This is the first time at low pressure. And also that, I'm sorry, but it didn't really sizzle on warm. I think next time I'll put it on saute, on low, or normal, but not high. Let it sizzle. Because on warm it didn't really sizzle. I don't know why they thought it was going to sizzle. Maybe for them it sizzled. Which model did they use to test the recipe? Who knows, right? Could have been a Duo. It could have been something before the Duo. I don't know. I don't know how old this recipe is. It just says it's from some woman from hippressurecooking.com. So, alright, it dropped. Alright, as you know, I always put it back on lock before I open it. I mean, I always put it back on seal before I open it. Alright, and as usual, we know I like these little places to put the thing. And as usual, with a lock, put a clip. Okay. Well, with low pressure, there's also a little bit more liquid and a little bit more of the sauce. Well, that's a good thing. Let's see. I may never do it again that fast. Now, it's definitely fully cooked. It's soft. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there it is. A fully cooked farfalle. And, fully cooked. Not mushy. I think because it's just puree, that is a little sweet. So, I'm going to add a touch more Himalayan salt, and I'm going to add some more herbs rubbed between your fingers to release the oils. Okay. Mix it up. Okay. Okay. Let me try another one. Aside from the fact that it's boiling hot. Very good. Okay. Well, the infusing. You put it on me now. Okay, the infusing of the oil, I don't know if that really worked on the warm setting. I think next time I'm going to put it on saute on the low setting. and that should work better for that. And I think that next time I would also, instead of using tomato puree, I would use actual tomato sauce, my own homemade tomato sauce or a jar of sauce. But other than that, I mean, the pasta is fully cooked. It's not gummy. It's not overcooked, which is what happens usually for me halfway, you know, if I do it half time of the box. That's why I usually do it 3 minutes for farfalle. I usually do 3 minutes with a 10-minute NPR on high pressure, and it usually comes out perfect for me. But I may play around with cooking it on low pressure a little bit more, because the texture of the pasta is wonderful. So anyway, the recipe did work, but it doesn't really taste like garlic or the herbs, which it's supposed to taste like if it infused correctly. But it's an interesting recipe. I wanted to show it to you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. So please like this video and press subscribe and the little bell, and I'll see you again soon in Reese's Cluttered Kitchen. Okay, bye.